So I'm gonna try to get a good shot of these guys. So most of the fish in that tank, all those babies are from this tank. So I have, see the black guy right back there, the black sailfin. That's a domestic black sailfin. So there's a little baby. There's a little baby there. I think that's just one I missed the other day. There's another one. I don't know. I don't know if that's one I missed or not. But if these guys were born a couple days ago, maybe. But I don't know why. But these wild type. See what I have in this tank compared to the tank behind me. I've got domestic sailfin black molly, and then I've got these Yucatan mollies. The Yucatans are really nice. They're a good size, pretty large molly, and they're breeding with that domestic sailfin. So you can see these guys here don't have a lot of color. These little babies, they're probably from that domestic, the Yucatan, because the Yucatans are silver. They're just like a grayish silver color. Okay, so I'm gonna throw in some food here. This is brine shrimp. I actually did an experiment. I did a 3-gallon bucket. Can't remember how many tablespoons of brine shrimp, but it was a lot of brine shrimp in a 3-gallon bucket just to see how it worked. If the water was boiling, obviously I wasn't boiling the water, but you know how you see like a good rolling boil if you're boiling water? That's how much air was going in there, so there was no dead spots in the bucket. And I got the most brine shrimp I've ever seen in my life out of that 3-gallon bucket. And I'm saying 3-gallon bucket because, guys, it was a 3-gallon bucket. It was that bucket right there. I've got some live food cultures in that bucket right now that I'm gonna move to something else because but you see how this is? See how the air is in there? It was actually moving a lot faster than that for that brine shrimp. And it was a amazing amount of brine shrimp, and I just took the brine shrimp and put it in ice cube trays. Because most of my brine shrimp I feed like this. I just take my turkey baster. There's not a lot of brine shrimp in this right now. Usually it's a lot darker orange, but there's brine shrimp. So I'm just giving them a couple of squirts, trying to get these guys to come up here to say hi. They will come up here. It's just I don't know. They just like the back. I guess they just feel more secure way back there. I guess I don't know. I'm not sure why. There's all my other fish, like these guys. Look at these guys. They're like, hey, how's it going? They're always in the front. These guys are always in the front. And if they see me, you know, now they're seeing my hands, so these guys are always coming to the front too. For some reason, it's weird too, because like, look at these guys. This is my Yucatan mollies. This is the purebred solid Yucatan mollies. I also have corridores, Venezuelan corridors. Oh yeah, I also got some swordtails in there. The I'll remember it in a second. Oh, they were up there and then they just swam away real fast. I don't know why these guys are so skittish. Come on, guys, come back. Maybe it's because like this guppy grass is right here. So when they do come up here, they get startled when they see me because they got the guppy grass in front of it. I don't know. They feel secure, but then all of a sudden they see me in this big giant weird looking thing because they don't, you know, they're fish. They don't know what I am. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Look. Oh yeah, there's more babies. Yeah. Okay. Well, here's what's going on here. I got all these babies in here, but they're all gray. They're kind of like this gray color right now. I'm sure once they get a little bit bigger, they'll have some color. They'll have like some black or something. They're just hard to see because of the gravel and everything. They're nicely camouflaged compared to the other ones that were like flashy colors. There's a little black one back there, I think. Yeah, so I'll work on getting these guys out sometime today or tomorrow. But I'll give them one more squirt of food. Because there's not a whole, I mean, there is, but not a whole lot. I do this twice a day. I do this in the morning, which I know it's not really morning anymore, but I do this in the morning, I do it in the afternoon. Yeah, there's fishing. There's babies in there. That's good. Let's take a look at the other tank. Let's take a look at this other tank. So this has got, I think it's got four or five females. So out of the five, there's two females that are not Yucatan mollies. So you see the Yucatan molly back there, the female, just the silver females. There's a lyre tail female, and then there's a I think there's one lyre tail that's just kind of silver, not a whole lot of cool color. But then there's another lyre tail in there that has a lot of like calico colors. It's like some beige, like some different, like some beige and also some other kind of cool colors too. You can kind of see right there in the back. That's the one I'm talking about. So she does actually kind of have some cool colors. Even though it's not super bright, I do kind of like those colors because it is kind of neat. It's a little different. Okay, now we're going to go back over here to my 24. I was going to say 24 karat gold, but that's not mollies. That's guppies. I don't have those anymore. I got rid of them because they were stupid. So 24 karat gold guppies were cool, but they kept throwing different patterns. And they were just supposed to be one solid color. These guys have already had a lot of brain shrimp, so don't want to give them too much more. But we're looking for babies, and there's babies in the bottom. You can see them in the very bottom. See them back there. There's a couple babies. I need to get those out. Yeah, so this is going to be a really nice tank. You can see those black ones, those solid black. I need to get those guys out because those are actually from these adults. So that's a baby I just haven't gotten out. There's another one that's kind of large too. So I need to put some time into this tank and get those out. Okay, yeah, let me show you guys my new black worm setup. I got rid of that acrylic. I had this acrylic box that was working, but it just took up so much room. This tank is kind of a mess. I want to show you guys this 75-gallon tank, but I keep throwing stuff in it, which keeps making the water all cloudy. And it's very healthy. The tank is fine. It's just, I don't want to show you guys this tank. I want to wait till it clears up because it was starting to clear up until I threw a whole bunch more stuff in there. But this is, I'm going to show you guys my blackworm tank, my blackworm culture here. So this is my blackworm culture. So this is working out really well. This is one of those breeder boxes. So Dean from Aquarium Co-op. So Dean from Aquarium Co-op came up with the design. And let's see. The guy's name that made these boxes. He 3D printed these. I'm looking at my stand looking for stickers because I know that I bought them from his Etsy page. It's not Flip Aquatics. What the heck was it? I don't see a sticker from him. put it in the description. Daku? Was it Daku Aquatics? I think it was Daku Aquatics. I'll put a link and I'll put the name of it on there. So that green ball thing is actually from a water bottle. Like, you know how you could buy water bottles for your like drinks, like your smoothies or something, to mix up your vitamin packets or something. So I just stuffed that with some leaves, really. That's kind of funny. But I stuffed it with some leaves, and all the blackworms crawled into that. Dean from Aquarium Co-op, he's not from Aquarium Co-op, but you see him all the time on Aquarium Co-op. He's always talking about his breeder boxes, which are amazing. These are the ones that he was working with I really hope I'm not saying the wrong place, but I'll put it in the description. But anyways, you guys can see the blackworms there. You can see it. And the cool thing about this is like, this is so easy to clean. Like, I could just go in here, like, this is actually from the blackworms. After they eat, they just make this mold. So, you know, I could do a couple different things. I could take this mulm, which is probably the best fertilizer you're going to get, and I could just go like this into a little container. There's going to be also some scuds and Fosoria, whatever else, because this is a really good little system for culturing live foods. Oh yeah, you can see scuds in this. And some blackworms too. You guys want to know why this tank is so cloudy? I'll show you why. Because I do this, and then I just dump it in there. I'm like, there you guys go, eat up. Because I mean, this is my, I call it my mixed swordtail tank, because I've got like some different platies and some red swordtails. Like there's a really pretty platy, and then I have these Liberty Mollies. So my Liberty Mollies that I got from Alex up in Seattle. See how green this water is? That's because I had a lot of light on it before. I took some of the light out, but it just hasn't settled. It started to settle until I did what I just showed you guys. Just dumping that in there. So, I mean, yeah, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm gonna let this settle. I'm just not going to do what I just did anymore unless this water is, like, clear. And you can see, like, there's an orange tint because it's just the lighting. I don't know. There's a little bit of orange tint. But I do have some tanks that are pretty damn clear. Like, you know, like this tank here, my plant tank. But I mean, yeah, it's because of all the plants, right? All those plants are going to clean that water really well. Look at that rakia climbing to the top. It's kind of cool. But yeah, so I don't know. These tanks are healthy, even though they don't look healthy. They're dirty, but they're dirty. That's what fish live in. Fish live in dirt. They live in aquariums that they don't live in aquariums. They live in lakes and rivers and streams that have dirt. That have my finger dirt right there. But yeah, you just got to keep. If you're gonna do it this way, you have to have a lot of plants. That's what I'm saying. And you also have to do lots of water changes. And you also got to move babies. You got to move the babies out. You got to keep consistency. You got to stay on top of it. And it's okay because I work from home. I'm self-employed. I'm a therapist, so I have time between sessions. Speaking of, so I can kind of take a little break and I can come look at my tanks and see how things are looking. And yeah, so lots of babies. This tank's got a lot of babies. I gotta get these guys out. This tank's got a lot of babies. I gotta get these guys out. So what I've got in this tank, I got that sailfin platy. That little sailfin platy. And then I have a whole bunch of female swordtails. I think I have 3 female swordtails. So these guys, these little babies, I'll have to see what they look like. I'm gonna grow them out and see what they look like, and then I'll breed them back again with other female swordtails. Like I'll swap out the like this one here instead, for instance. It's like the babies that are in here, I'll take 1 or 2 males and I'll breed them with the females that are in this tank. Because just like this tank here, this tank has, it's got a couple of females, like these guys here. These are like some domestic that I bred. These are like some domestic that were born here in my fish room. Those are females that were born here, and they are swordtails. And then that's a female platy. It's just a female platy. That big old red wag is a female platy. And then I have those female wild type swordtails. And then I got my really super cool male swordtail in here. Way back there. Let me throw some food in and see if I can get him to come to the front so you guys can see him, because he's really cool looking. I'm excited about him. He's got some issues. He's got some issues. I'm a little worried about some of the issues because he came from a swordtail that I purchased that was already pregnant. So there are some of his brothers and sisters that are like just not looking too cool. I'll show you here in a second. But this one looks really cool, so I do want to get the really cool looking genes from him and then breed those babies back with more purebred, really healthy swordtails, so I can have some really healthy. Because I don't want to sell babies. I don't want to sell fish to the store that have issues. So, come on, dude, where are you at? You guys have seen him before. I've had videos of him before, but I want to show him to you guys again, just in case you guys haven't seen him. I'm moving the plant so I can get a better shot. Gosh, it's actually really thick, these plants. This is a 10-gallon tank. This one here is. Sorry, guys. I know. You're like, man, this is the most unprofessional YouTube person out there. That's what someone's probably saying. It's okay, I'm not doing this to get famous. I'm doing this just for fun. Alright, he's just not wanting to show himself. He's like right back there. You see his little reflection popping up every now and then. But alright, we're gonna move on. But yeah, so what I'm saying about this guy is like he's bred with a lot better females in here, and then I'm gonna take the offspring of that, breed them back with healthier females, but a different, because I have different strains of swordtails, of green swordtails. I got them from different places, and I got them all separated. So, okay, I don't know, what else? I don't know, I don't think there's anything else really to show you guys. Nothing to really, nothing I can really think to talk about right now, because it's all kind of like work in progress stuff. But thanks for watching. Mostly I just kind of wanted to check out the babies with you guys and just kind of show you guys, because things are just starting to pop off, and it's been kind of a wild ride. If you guys go back, I don't know, a handful of videos, almost a year now, I've moved. I'm gonna show you guys this here, like why I'm doing this, because look at all those babies. So if you guys go back a couple months back in the videos, looking at the dates, I moved from 82nd, so in Portland, Oregon, 82nd. I used to live over there, to this new location. I set the fish room up there, the new location, but then I had to move the fish room again because I was gonna have to do a lot of insulating. So moving the fish room from 82nd to the new location, got in a car accident, lost 5 buckets of fish because somebody rear-ended me while I was driving, and I lost a lot of my fish. That was a nightmare. And totaled my car, by the way. I wasn't hurt, but it did total my car because 5 buckets of fish, right? So that was a heartbreak. Setting up the fish room, not taking any days off, get the fish room set up, and then my wife was like, you know what, this is just too much work, because it was outside in a shed, and the shed was not insulated very well, so I bought a whole bunch of bottles of spray insulation, and I was gonna like add more insulation to the shed and fill in some holes, because you could there's like places where you could see through the wall, like, you know, like drill holes and stuff like that. You could see daylight through the walls in certain spots. So I was gonna do all that, and then she's like, just move the fish room into the house. So now I'm in this room, and it's nice. It's cramped. It's a little smaller. It's cramped. Like, I literally can go like right where I'm standing and go. Let me do it again so you guys can see. And then if I go like this, so there's a 20-gallon long down there that's got keely fish in it. This tank here is a 10-gallon that has some other swordtails I'm working on. That right there is a 75-gallon, 40-gallon, 40-gallon, 40-gallon. It's a little ADA 7-gallon designer kind of tank. 20 long, 10-gallon, little 5-gallon, 40-gallon, and then 20 long, 10. This is a saltwater tank I'm gonna breed peppermint shrimp in. It's ready to go. It is ready to go. I just have to go get the peppermint shrimp. And then this one here I was just telling you guys about that I keep messing up. This is another 75-gallon with my Liberty Mollies. And I mean, this is insane. I was in a hurry to get all these tanks going so I don't kill any more fish. The substrate in this is crazy deep. I went a little overboard on that, but it'll settle eventually. But anyways, eventually we will buy a house, and then I'm gonna move again, and I'll have a basement, and it'll be called the Factory. Junk Box Aquatics Factory. That's what it'll be called. Yeah. And if you guys know anything about pop art, Andy Warhol, he had a place called the Factory. That's where he did all of his film and stuff in New York. All right, cool. Well, this has been a whole 20 minutes of me doing absolutely nothing except for standing here and blabbing. So, yeah, it's like all those little babies just kind of showed up when I moved all that floating plants. They've been living in that, so I don't know where I'm gonna put those guys, because I don't necessarily have a tank selected just for this specific line. So, I don't know. I know what's in this tank. So what I'm gonna probably do is just take the babies from here, and I'm gonna throw in my grow out tank. And then once the babies get big enough to where I can decide what to do, then I'll throw them in. I'll throw the babies in the other tanks to breed them more with the swordtails, to get that more of the swordtail tail and, you know, all that. Okay, cool. I'm gonna end it now. Thanks, guys. Take care. If anybody watches this, it's super awesome. Thank you for watching. Yeah, let me know if you actually watched the whole thing too. Just say, I watched the whole thing at the end, and it's like, oh my gosh, what was I doing? Maybe washing dishes while you had it on? Because you know, me blab on and on and on. I never stop. That's, yeah, alright. Take care. Thanks for watching.